students, we are on Phylum Arthropoda. Let us continue with the general characteristics of this phylum. Muscular system. This was the first phylum to develop voluntary muscles which are striated, and these muscles are attached to the inner side of the exoskeleton. Next we talk about their excretory system. Excretory system is important. There are different types of excretory organs found in different classes of arthropoda. The most important and most common ones are the ones called as Malpighian tubules. These are found in most insects and terrestrial arthropods. Excretory waste that is eliminated through these is uric acid. So you can call these arthropods releasing uric acid as uricotelic. Malpighian tubules are a cluster of many tubules at the junction of the midgut and the hindgut. There are hundreds of such kind of yellowish tubules which will be dipped in the hemolymph. The alimentary canal goes to the hemocoel containing the hemolymph, and the Malpighian tubules will be floating into the hemolymph, and through the hemolymph they will be absorbing all these nitrogenous wastes. It will open into the gut. It will absorb the nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph and will dump it into the gut, and the nitrogenous waste is then going to be excreted through feces. They are said to be blind tubules since at one end they are blind and at one end they are close. Malpighian tubules can be defined as blind tubules, yellowish. They are present at the junction of midgut and hindgut, and they absorb nitrogenous waste from hemolymph and dump it into the gut, which is then excreted out through feces. The second type of excretory organ that we are going to talk about is called green glands. This one was present in the terrestrial arthropods, and the green glands are present in the aquatic arthropods, mainly crustaceans. Okay, class Crustacea is the one which is known to have green glands. They are called green glands because they are green in color, and they are located at two locations inside these arthropods. They may be located below their antennae, or they may be located below appendages like legs. The ones located below antennae are called antennary glands, and the ones located below appendages are called coxal glands. Why they are called as coxal glands is because each of this part of this jointed leg has different names, and the uppermost part of this appendage is called as a coxa, and since they are located just beneath the coxa, that's why they are called as coxal glands. The Malpighian tubules were known to excrete uric acid, and the Malpighian tubules were present in uricotelic animals, and the green glands are known to excrete ammonia, okay, since they are present in the aquatic forms. In aquatic forms, the nitrogenous waste is usually ammonia. These organisms can be called as ammonotelic organisms. So you can infer that green glands are present in ammonotelic organisms like crustaceans. Green glands which will be like sac-like structures which will absorb the nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph and store it in the bladder, and the nitrogenous waste can then be excreted out into the water through excretory pores beneath the antennae and around the coccyx. The third organ of excretion in arthropods is the one called as urate cells. The urate cells absorb and store uric acid in them. Urate cells are associated with sclerites. So at the time of molting, the stored uric acid into this urate cells will be eliminated. Stored uric acid eliminated during molting. So these are the three different methods of excretion in arthropods, out of which Malpighian tubules is the most important excretory organ. Next we talk about nervous system. Recall the nervous system that you studied in annelids. For brain, they had two ganglia. So then there was a circumpharyngeal ring around the pharynx, and that was then running ventrally to the alimentary canal into the form of a ladder-like structure comprising of double ventral nerve cords. Let's see how it is in case of arthropods. So this is the nervous system of arthropods. What was in the form of two separate ganglia in case of the annelids have now fused together, and more cephalization has occurred, as you can see, to form a brain. This is their nerve cord, which you can compare to our spinal cord. This one is said to be their double, since it is double. Okay, ours is a single nerve cord. Theirs is ventral in location. Okay, ours is dorsal in location. Theirs is said to be solid nerve cord. It's a solid nerve cord. It's not hollow inside. Our spinal cord is hollow inside. There is a hollow inside. Are you aware of that? Filled with the cerebrospinal fluid. There is a hollow inside our spinal cord. Ours is a single dorsal and hollow nerve cord. But in them, it's a double ventral and solid nerve cord. Okay, it is not hollow. There are several ganglia in between. Our nerve cord does not have such kind of ganglions in between. Ganglia are masses of nerve cells at regular intervals. The brain can also be called as supraesophageal ganglion. The arthropods can be said to have greater cephalization, that is brain-like features present. These are the structures that you see over here. These are the peripheral nerves. Different types of sense organs are developed in the arthropods. For instance, the antennae that they have has tactile receptors. Tactile receptors are receptors for touch. They have olfactory receptors. These are receptors for smell. They have thermoreceptors, which are receptors for temperature changes. They also have chemoreceptors, okay, which help them to detect different types of chemicals. They have presence of eyes. Two types of eyes are known to be present in arthropods. One are called as compound eyes and the other ones are called as simple eyes. Simple eyes do not form any images, but the compound eyes produce images. Compound eyes are called as compound eyes because they are made up of thousands of lenses which are clubbed together to form one eye. You may have seen a zoomed out image of a cockroach or a honeybee. They have these huge eyes. Okay, they are compound eyes made up of many small lenses which are called as ommatidia. Each one of the single unit inside the compound eye is called as a ommatidia. So these eyes will have photoreceptors. What are these receptors? The receptors means nerves, okay, specialized for taking up that particular type of stimulus. These are of two types. Compound eyes produce images and they have made of thousands of ommatidia. These are the units of compound eyes. There is a second type of eye which is called as the simple eyes. Simple eyes, also called as ocelli. These do not produce images. They are only meant for detection of light. Do not produce images. Third type of sense organ that we need to talk about is statocyst, a balancing organ. They are organ for balance and they have statoreceptors. So this was about their sense organs. Next we talk about reproductive system in arthropods. Arthropods are mainly dioecious, that is sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal mainly. Okay, most of the terrestrial arthropods will have internal fertilization. The aquatic arthropods like crustaceans will have external fertilization. External in crustaceans. Crustaceans include arthropods like prawns and crabs. Development is direct mainly, indirect in few. For example, Anopheles mosquito, even Culex mosquito has larvae. Arthropods are mainly oviparous. Oviparous meaning they lay eggs, and some of the arthropods may also be ovoviviparous. Example, scorpion. Scorpion is ovoviviparous, means that scorpion female will lay eggs. It will be fertilized internally. The eggs will be hatched internally while inside the female, and what comes out will be the young scorpion. This is called ovovivipary. In some arthropods, parthenogenesis is observed. Parthenogenesis is a process in which the egg, without fertilization, without being fertilized, gets hatched into an organism. Okay, for example, this is what happens in the honeybees. The male drones hatch out of unfertilized eggs. Their ploidy is going to be N for the male drones of honeybees. Seen in honeybees, male drones hatch out of unfertilized eggs. Parthenogenesis is important for you this year and the next year as well. Next we talk about the different classes of arthropoda. Classification of arthropoda. Arthropoda are divided into 7 classes on the basis of number and type of appendages, mode of respiration and mode of excretion. 7 classes are present under phylum Arthropoda. Number 1, class Onychophora. Example, Peripatus. Second class is Arachnida. Example, Scorpion, spider, commonly called as arachnids. Next is class Crustacea. Example, prawn, crab. Next class is Insecta, commonly the insects. Common example, a cockroach. Next class is Chilopoda. An example is centipede. Next class, Diplopoda. Example, millipede. Next class is Merostomata. Example, Limulus, also called as king crab. That was it from the general characteristics of Arthropoda. In the subsequent lectures, we will be doing each one of this class in some detail.
In the name of Lord Mahadev, please subscribe.